In 2012, Slender the 8 Pages released and quickly became viral. With the game receiving universal praise, a full-fledged sequel to the game was announced. The sequel promised to include more levels and a story to tie everything together. This time the game was developed by the returning Agent Parsec as well as Blue Isle Studios. When this was announced, I was pretty hyped, mainly because I wanted to understand the story and see how the gameplay concept from the first game could be fleshed out, as I felt the concept had potential. In 2013, Slender the Arrival was released on PC and later getting ported to consoles. I'll be covering the PS4 version for this video. The game starts with a cutscene of some car driving through the woods, as well as showing some sentences that I don't understand. So often are we guided by our devotion, our love, our affection? A bond that pulls us down past not bargain? How far will it carry you? What? Okay. And once again, we begin in a forest and start walking down a path. And I gotta say, I like this part. The music feels eerie, the credits roll by, all set up a nice atmosphere. The graphics also look really nice, with everything looking nice and colorful. We eventually approach a house and they have a nice playground here. Guess no one will mind if I go on the slide, right? Seriously, I got an achievement for that? Alright. Inside the house we find some spooky drawings and learn that this house belongs to our childhood friend Kate. However, she is nowhere to be seen, and judging by this board, she's probably not having a good day before we got here. There's some letters we can find by someone of the name of CR. It's very convenient of him to number the letters so I can easily keep track of them. The letters just say that Kate and CR are hallucinating. Anyways, I find a flashlight, and with that we can access the second floor of the house and enter Kate's room. After hearing that scream and judging by all the graffiti on the walls, I'm assuming Slender here kidnapped Kate, and we should probably head to this radio tower for some reason. And so far, I like the atmosphere in the game. It's set up really well. It actually feels like it's going to be a horrifying experience. But then we make it to this part with the conveniently placed generators and I got lost. This won't be the first time this happens, by the way. Find this building, find more graffiti, and apparently we're playing as Lauren, and the whole objective is to find Kate, I assume. Alright, simple enough. We're now on another level. We make it to the forest, and I find a page. And so it begins. This level is supposed to be a new version of the original game, and the problem with this level is that it repeats the same mistakes from the first game, where you can easily get lost and wander in circles for a long time. Slenderman finally makes his return here, sporting a new design and some static, and that he's not as annoying as he was in the first game. He can no longer insta-kill you, and you have more than enough sprint to run away from him, so you don't have to worry about being incredibly slow. But I'm still lost, and I can't find any more pages for the life of me. So I decided to just give up and have Slender kill me so I can restart the level. You know what? They actually let me beat the level. Seriously, I just stood there and then the cutscene activated and I'm on the next level. So you're saying I could've just given up at any moment and just win? Okay, cool. So by beating this level, you end up running away from Slender and you end up waking up in some field near an abandoned mine for some reason. I go into the mine and I find this generator and... Wait, I have to find more objects again? Yeah, but instead of pages, it's generators to activate an elevator. And once more, we are chased by a spooky bad guy, some kid wearing a hoodie, who turns out to be Kate. Yup, we found her, but now she's trying to kill us. Now I have to admit, this level did make me pretty tense due to the violin strokes and the sounds of Kate's pitter-patter. But honestly, Kate is just annoying and kinda funny. When she catches you, she just jumps on you, slashes you or something, and then just runs off. The game says we can blind her with the flashlight. This causes Kate to stop and allows you to run away quickly. The problem is, Kate most of the time just shows up behind you and you have to be super precise with the light, otherwise you won't blind her and she can kill you. She can tackle you a few times before killing you. This level is incredibly annoying though, as once again it's incredibly easy to get lost, it's incredibly frustrating. And the fact that Slender also shows up here and he too makes this level incredibly annoying. This level was tough, but I finally managed to pull through it, up the elevator, and into yet another field. I found a teddy bear and it led me to a flashback?
Charlie, lunch in 5.
Okay, so we're playing as Charlie now. Before it is, it was shown that he went missing, and I'm assuming this shows how. He has really bad parents that don't look out for him, and he gets lured into a trap by the Slender Man. And that's it. Seriously, these guys are really bad parents. They just let him play near the water. We could easily fall in and drown. Like, seriously. What the hell? More walking, and I find a shed with some tapes. One's called Homestead.
The date is September 19th. My name is CR, on site of the Matheson family farm, continuing my investigation in Charlie's disappearance. Let's see what we can turn up.
Alright, so now we're playing a CR, investigating Charlie's disappearance. It does have some creepy parts, like the cellar part is creepy, but why didn't CR bring a flashlight? Heck, if he didn't have to find gas for this generator. Like, what the heck? I make it to some church where Slender Man doesn't do anything, and then I steal some kid's toys, and he gets mad at me for that. So as revenge for stealing his toys, the kid chases me. CR escapes, and he drops his camera, and the footage ends. How am I watching this tape if he dropped the camera while it was recording? Did he just go back for the tape? The more I play this, the less I care about the story, to be honest. Alright, another tape. Cater's in her room and Slendy's outside, and now she has to lock the doors and windows. This woman literally leaves her front door open during a thunderstorm. No wonder she gets killed. Ah, well, at least I can just chill and play the piano. So to no surprise, Slender Man invades the home, Kate hides in her room, and she jumps out of her window to escape. I don't even know anymore, bro. Alright, final stage. Run through a forest fire avoiding the Slender Man. This can either be very easy or very hard, as trees and fire constantly block your path, and Slender Man can insta-kill you with his tentacles. You're supposed to run to the radio tower, but it blends in with the fire, which makes it hard for me to keep track of it. I kept running into invisible walls. Anyways, I made it to the radio tower. I found some burned body who I assume belongs to CR. He listens to the tape with some screaming. Some guy comes up to you and you wake up in some house. Seriously, I don't care anymore. I'm done. After rolling around the house, you find Kate. She kills you and drags your body off screen. And that's it? Seriously? Okay, I have to bring up one problem with the game right now. The story. There's barely any plot and there's no motivation for me to keep playing. I don't understand why I have to collect the pages. I thought the game was going to explain why, but it never does. Why is Slender after Kate? What did she do? Heck, why did she go off to the woods to collect the pages in the first game? Yeah, in the original game you play as Kate, which is a cool way to connect the two games, but again, there's barely any explanation. What does Charlie have to do with any of this? Why did Slender kidnap him? And why did CR have to investigate his disappearance? These questions are never answered, and there's no cutscenes to explain anything what's going on throughout the course of the game. Yeah, sure, there's notes in the game, but they're mostly just flavor text, really. They don't really explain much. And then the game just ends all anticlimactically like that. Like, what? After you beat the game, you can unlock a couple of things. There's the Genesis level, which is the original game redone in this new engine with enhanced visuals. And you know what? I actually liked it. It was cool to see all this in HD and high quality. It's much easier too, as Sunny's AI isn't as annoying as it was in the original game. I was even able to beat this on the hardest difficulty, so yeah, that was cool. Speaking of difficulty, you also unlock hardcore mode, which does make the game slightly harder, but I'm not that interested in trying it out. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really enjoy this game too much. There are some legitimately positive things here. The graphics look great, the music and sound do a good job of setting the scene, and I did get some frights out of this. But the problem is, this game is incredibly repetitive. They got the formula of the original game and just made multiple levels based around that. The problem is, this doesn't work for a full-fledged game. It worked in the original because the game could be completed in possibly a few minutes, but searching it out into a 2-hour game is a problem. It gets boring and repetitive, and it doesn't help the fact that I feel the game repeats some of the mistakes the original also did. Once again, it's incredibly easy to get lost, and the AI can get annoying. It just felt disappointing, to be honest, and that makes me sad. I can't really recommend this game unless you're a fan of Slender Man lore, like in the first one, or just want a quick horror game. The game goes on sale frequently, so I recommend waiting for a sale at the very least. And unfortunately, after this, Slenderman started to fade into obscurity, and not many people talked about him anymore, and people forgot about him. That was until 2018 when out of nowhere he got a movie. Okay, seriously, why was this made in 2018? At this point, people kind of forgot about Slendy, so I don't see why this was made 5 years after the release of The Arrival. And what's worse is that the movie is not that good. Some girls at a slumber party watch a video that supposedly summons Slenderman, and of course, he comes, and one by one the girls start disappearing. When the first girl disappears, this causes the remaining 3 to go look for their friends. But then they all die, and the last girl gets turned into a tree or something. I don't know. I can only really recommend this if you just like watching bad horror movies for fun. I don't really find that much entertainment value in this. But after that, Slenderman faded into obscurity. Most people just remember about the days everyone played his games. Would I like another game in the Slender series? Of course. I do feel like this style of game has potential. And if they didn't focus too much on the collecting objects mechanic, it could be pretty good. Maybe they could do a game similar to Outlast. A game that I think did the collection mechanic well and delivered the story and horror at the right balance. But for now, all we can do is remember these games for the fun times they brought to many people on the internet. And hopefully, maybe one day, Slenderman will return. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a nice day.